Hey everyone, welcome back to Lee TV. Tonight we're going to talk about why Mr. Pillow couldn't talk about a certain issue on Newsmax. You know, this is the man who on his website, michaeljlindell.com, actually put out a video on, anomalies with a certain recent election that happened south of the border. Before I tell you about that, I wanted to show you some things from my Instagram stories. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. banned from Instagram. And, oh, don't leave. Please don't leave. I'm really trying to show you something with my tower garden, and it's not going to let me. Oh, well, not the first problem to have on this. I can show you, however, the tower garden through the website, and I'm just waiting for other people to come on. If you're just getting on, thank you. The real show is going to start in a couple minutes. I have gotten one of these tower gardens recently, and I think this is a really great way to have food independence. You know, we don't know with this pandemic how things are going to turn out, or if there's a future pandemic. I mean, what if the lockdowns get really stupid and you're almost on house arrest at home? Well, you can at least have some fresh vegetables. And there's an inexpensive way to do that that will pay for itself in not long of a time. And you can check that out, leeharding.towergarden.ca. There's a description actually in the video description, you can see direct links. It's brought to you by Juice Plus, and Juice Plus has a whole bunch of other really neat products, and those include some capsules, vegetable capsules, and also omegas that are vegetarian based, and as well some bars and shakes and chewables and that kind of thing. So our food is not as nutritious as it once was, and anything we can do to supplement that in some natural ways is going to be helpful. Okay, I can see you starting to come on. Now, what Michael J. Lindell was facing was he went to Newsmax, and he wanted to talk about a certain topic, about things that were going on, and they said, well, we can't talk about that. And he's wondering in his film, well, why can't we? So he made his own documentary film, interviewed some people. That's on his website, and then there's a 17-minute video underneath that follows. Now, do we look to a pillow guy for news? Well, he's actually done a better job than most of the mainstream news media. And he's not afraid to get sued. You know, I saw this myself. I was doing a story on voting machines because I was wondering, you know, with the controversy going on south of the border, what's happening with Canada? I mean, we were using these voting machines in a lot of municipalities and some provinces. Is anyone giving it a second thought now? Is it coming under new scrutiny? Just want to see what was out there. So I sent Dominion Voting a letter. Said, my name's Lee Harding. I write for Epic Times in Canada. I'm writing an article on whether Canadian jurisdictions that have used computer voting or tabulation systems are reconsidering in light of the controversy in the United States. I was hoping to talk to your spokesperson this afternoon regarding this. Barring that, could you provide a response by email letting me know how many jurisdictions use service in Canada, and if any have decided to discontinue services with you in the future? Also, if you have any statement regarding the security of your voting systems, I would appreciate that also. Thanks. So this is in the wee hours of the morning, December 21st. Later that day, 11:23 a.m., I'm following up. Dominion Voting Systems has been the target of a widespread disinformation campaign seeking to undermine confidence in the integrity of the 2020 election. We are proud that so many customers across North America are standing up for truth and democratic values in the wake of these baseless claims. All U.S. voting systems must assure that they work accurately and reliably under federal and state certification and testing requirements, in addition to multiple layers of testing and certification, as well as chain of custody controls. All Dominion systems use paper ballots or paper records for auditing. To learn more, visit our site. Okay, that's good. It doesn't really answer a lot of direct questions, but the other interesting thing is that we have got, I got at the same time, and I forwarded this to my editor, I had no idea. They're like, guess what? We emailed Epic Times United States. And we told them a real warning, and you should know this too. And I'm like, oh, no idea. But same day, December 21st, I got this huge 67-page document from Dominion Voting. And they wanted to tell me all kinds of things. Don't talk about Hugo Chavez, China, Venezuela, or George Soros. We are not Smartmatic. These people, there's no connection to them. Don't publish a story that disseminates that libel. That's reckless disregard. Now that we've sent you this letter, you know, and it goes on and on. Okay. Well, hey, I'm just asking some very simple, basic questions. I wrote my article anyway, and it had nothing to do with, I mean, I'm not accusing anyone of anything here. I was just wondering if, people are going to keep using these voting machines. And as it turns out, well, most of the Canadian jurisdictions are. And something that Canada is doing that America isn't even doing is we are using them in our municipal elections to directly vote. There are times where between ES&S, Dominion Voting, whoever they're using, there are some instances where the voting is actually done through computers so that there is no paper ballot. And I mean, how do you know? I mean, you got to have paper ballots, in my opinion. And the professor that I talked to felt the same way. So I've got a link to that article if this topic interests you whatsoever. Funny thing, though, I got that legal notice on December 21st, and it was about that very same time. They must have been sending it to everybody because Fox News, Newsmax, they're backtracking. They're having disclaimers on election fraud and this and that. So why does it happen? It happens because people get concerned about lawsuits. Now, I mean, I didn't have any reason for concern because I wasn't even really talking about that. So that's how this can happen. I've got one person who made a comment here, and I'm going to show it to you. Freedom or free the dumb, both work for me. Well, there is a saying, you can't fix stupid, but some people can be enlightened. Hey, I don't want to make this a long video today, but thanks for watching. And again, if you're interested in growing veggies in your own home, can't go wrong. We'll see you again next time on Lee TV.